You are welcome to the Guru on Air. This is another episode that we have to do with the declaration of bandits as terrorists. I want to capture it this way: from banditry to terrorism, facts of the case. From banditry to terrorism, facts of the case. I picked the caption that way because it has been long overbearing on the Nigerian government to declare bandits, kidnappers, even rustlers, which include some of the Fulani men, as terrorists, so that the whole world can rise with Nigeria to fight it to a standstill. Unfortunately, the federal government did not find it easy to declare bandits, insurgents, kidnappers, and what have you as terrorists for reasons known only to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, talking of President Muhammad Buhari. You will not forget his worry that a time it was that it was made known that 400 names were with the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, speaking of Abracadabra, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, which refused to divulge. Those were names of sponsors of banditry, insurgents, Boko Haram, or what have you. He refused to divulge them. He refused equally to prosecute them, send them to court. While Nigerians were clamoring that this is not too good. If you have these names, what are you doing? Why are you cherishing? Why are you covering them? Why are you shielding them? Gabashewu, the spokesman to the president, came out to tell Nigerians that the president and the federal government are not interested in naming them, shaming them, bringing them to disgrace, nor prosecuting them, for reasons that only Shehu Gaba and those he is managing can give. Because to the average Nigerian, that statement did not go well. He found no place for veracity. He found no place at all. More so, where at that same time, the Emirate, the United Arab Emirates, on its own, got some sponsors of Boko Haram insurgents and some of the bandits, as they were called then, got 7 of them, prosecuted them, shared them in their courts. And these were people shortly between Nigeria and the Emirates. That was the time the federal government refused to even publish the names of these 400 sponsors of bandits, of Boko Haram, of whatever you have. The whole world chatted, it was not accepted. Of course, early on, Muhammad Buhari, the president, had invested Nigerian money in purchasing to Kano those fighter jets that can really do work, penetrating the hidden bases of terrorists all over the world. And this to Kano were released, were sold to Nigeria with conditions. The conditions that you must deploy them against terrorists, not against any civilian, because of course, the Nigerian government, not only Buhari, it might be more pronounced now, it has this name, not exactly deploying dangerous weapons against the perceived enemy. It is not always that enemy as such. So the Tucano arrived in Nigeria, they were lying idle. They were not being put into operation. They were not to be deployed into operation because of inability of the federal government to brand the so-called bandits, brand them terrorists. While this clamor was on, Gumi tried his best, talking of Sheikh Ahmad and Gumi, who was going into the forest to meet with the bandits. Then Gumi came with a story of why they should not be classified as terrorists. Gumi told us that they are people, they are Fulani, either defending themselves or fighting for nationality actualization. But Gumi made it known that they are Fulani. Gumi equally made it known that they are the headers. And because their cattle or cows are being rustled, and because this is their means of livelihood, they had to fall back, carrying gun to defend themselves. Gumi wasn't the only one person that made that statement. The governor of Zamfara State, Matiwale, once said that there are bad bandits and there are good bandits. The definition of bad and good bandits, he has refused to bring it out for us to know till today. Even when we visited the Oracle, that's Google. Google could not differentiate between them. Google put them in the same category. That's not all. The governor of Bauchi State, Mohammed, at the time equally said the Fulanis that are walking through the forest with the animals that are being rustled, that are being stolen, it is for that reason that they carry AK-47. Of course, that carriage, as the governor put it, had no backing of the law. So this were the scenario until from their office of the Attorney General of the Federation, which is Mohammed Abubakar, the DPP, Director of Public Prosecution, Mohammed Abubakar, suddenly was seen in court, the Federal High Court in Abuja, court presided over by Justice Taiwo. What did he file? He now filed and he announced to the court that President Muhammad Buhari has proscribed the bandits as terrorists and that we need the court judgment. And of course, the court did not find it difficult to come down with the judgment. But let's place it on record. Before this, there were two bodies now in Nigeria that prescribed. The indigenous people of Biafra IPOB and the Shiite movement being led by Zaki, they are prescribed. But now, a public officer, a judicial public officer went to court, demanding court to pronounce judgment. And the court gave judgment on November 19, 2020, prescribing. But we should look at this and we will end this discussion here because second episode and third episode might follow. The court pronouncement spoke about two different groups. One is young Bindiga. Bindiga in Hausa language is gone. Then the other group is young Ta'ada. Ta'ada in Hausa language is translated to bandits or terror. But the judge added that or any other group behaving like this in Nigeria, so they are terror. So with this, just last week, Wednesday or so, the federal government have proscribed the bandits and all those acting like that as terrorists. And the Tucanos are now deployed into operations. But why did the federal government delayed? And what were the facts that brought this proscription to the limelight? We shall continue with that in the second episode of From Banditry to Terrorism, Facts of the Case. The Guru signing off.